What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 5 battle for the BBR. Today, we are facing off against Steve, Magnitude, above average Steve, the creator of the Draft League format, which is incredible. Honestly, I never pictured myself playing against Steve, and I'm so excited. I'm just really grateful for the fact that he created this format. Honestly, I don't know if he expects to become as big as it is today, but I am ecstatic because without him creating this game, there is no MattOshea, there is no channel that I am creating content on. So it's really crazy and awesome that we have this format in. So first off, big thank you to him. But that's where the thanks end, because his team is terrifying for us to deal with. Overall, I don't find the team to be as threatening as, well, a lot of different other teams in the league. But for what it does and the Pokemon on it, it really beats my team down really effectively. He definitely has the matchup in this game, and I'm honestly really worried about it. He has a couple Pokemon that are very scary. I don't want to give him too many ideas, so I'm not going to say too much of what's good, but Dragapult is terrifying, outspeeds my entire team, can be modest if it wants to, or adamant even. Very scary mon. Ferrothorn is really good against me. Yes, I have a Cinderace and an Urshifu, but the rest of my team, it can take hits from pretty easily. Even my Gardevoir, if I was running Mystical Fire, it'd be taking that hit pretty easily. Copperajah would have to run Heat Crash to touch it, and even then, do I really want to run Heat Crash? I don't know. Lucario, biggest threat to my team. It's terrifying. I honestly have nothing for it. Nothing switches in. Nothing takes the hits. Like, I'm lucky I have Emolga and I have Vikavolt to take its stab options, but it gets access to rock coverage, ice coverage, Life Orb, Swords Dance, Nasty Plot if he wants to, Agility with Life Orb. Honestly, there's so many ridiculous ways that he can go with this Pokemon, and it's very, very scary, especially because it outspeeds my Mamoswine naturally. If it didn't, I would be definitely running a different Mamoswine spread, but because it does, I definitely have to run the one I'm running right now. Sylveon is a big threat. Wish, Calm Mind, Shenanigans, Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Mystical Fire, the works. A bit of a pain in the butt to deal with, but I do have a couple answers for it. The good news is my Urshifu has Surging Strikes, which always crits. I have Cinderace with Pyro Ball, Sludge Bomb, with Roserade. Basically, looking at my team down the line, the only thing that it really wants to take hits from, I mean, Porygon Z, maybe, but even then, he has Ferrothorn, Vikavolt, maybe, but again, he has Ferrothorn, so why would he run those? Zoroark is just annoying mon. It's got 105 base speed. Illusion obviously will make it so that it copies the Pokemon's in the back of the party, so he can play some mind games with that, and we spoke about the mind games a bit before. I was actually hoping to steal Zoroark from him because it perfectly fit the speed tier that I wanted before I picked up the additions of Emolga and Porygon Z, and it was just going to be a very solid mon because if I can force out some switches with the Urshifu, oh man, it's going to be very, very scary, but it is what it is. Quagsire, Unaware, Water Absorb, big problems, both of them. Either set can do a lot of work. Unaware because of my potential bulk up Cinderace and bulk up Urshifu, and then Water Absorb because it makes it so that the Surging Strikes is not doing anything, and he's just recovering back HP from it, so I have to go for close combat instead. Wheezing is bulky as hell. Neutralizing Gas makes so that he can run a Protect set against my Urshifu, and an Unseen Fist will not activate. If he's running Levitate, it makes so that he can actually pretty easily wall my Mamoswine, so I have to be aware of what is coming in and when, and I have to make sure I'm paying attention when the Wheezing comes in. Charizard is very scary. I believe it's a new addition for him. He used to have the Xatu, and I really wanted the Xatu, and he ended up sniping from me right before I took it, and that meant I had to take the Gardevoir, which sucks because Gardevoir doesn't fill the roles that I wanted Xatu to fill. It doesn't mean we have a better fairy type though, so thanks to that. But at the end of the day, he's got his Charizard now, and the Charizard is very scary. It's like looking at my team, I don't have many switches to fire types in general because my water type and my fire type both want to be very offensive, don't want to take the hits too much. Basically, I'm going to have to rely on something like my Vullaby, my Emolga, my Gardevoir. It's more of a special set, like Spadef set, so there's that. Claydol and Manectric, I don't expect either to come. If they do, Manectric's going to be there to be an electric immunity, be a bit faster, probably, I guess, phase around some Thunder Waves or whatnot, and then Claydol, if he wants Rocks, he brings this. But again, he's got the Ferrothorn. I think these two mons are kind of redundant. He already has a ground type in Quagsire, so he doesn't really need the Claydol, but at the end of the day, he has them. I think, like, I kind of prepped like ignoring those two Pokemon because they're really not all that. I'm really more so worried about the first 8 of them, being the Dragapult, Ferrothorn, Lucario, Sylveon to an extent, Zoroark, Quagsire, Wheezing, and Charizard. Moving on though, looking at our team, we do have to have a couple of answers for these Pokemon. They're very strong, but we do have some ways around them. And we'll go ahead and get started with our first one. And our first one obviously is going to be our Urshifu Rapid Strike. This thing is absolutely incredible, this matchup. I only really need my dual stab. Really with this, okay, I'll be honest. My first thought when seeing this team was, I'm just going to run sub leftovers with Bulk Up, Surging Strikes, and Drain Punch. Or even Close Combat, or if I decide to go with a Life Orb, I can go with Drain Punch over Close Combat. Now the reason why that doesn't work is because if he's running Earth Power on his Quagsire, he'll always break my sub. And there's really, like, unless I'm running a ton of special defense investment, which I'm not just prepared to do because I really want to make sure that I can do work to my opponent's entire team. It is a possibility for sure, but it's going to make so I can't outspeed the Lucario as well. And if I can't outspeed Lucario, then what is the point? I want to make sure I can get rid of that thing as soon as possible, fire off a Drain Punch, get all my HP back, and then just nuke something else. That's why I have this. Surging Strikes is fantastic in the matchup. Obviously, the Quagsire is immune to it, but at the end of the day, once that thing is gone, we just click that over and over. With our investment in attack, you guys see we don't have max attack. That's actually because if we're running 252 EVs in attack versus 228, I don't know how this ended up being, but for some reason, both the Quagsire and the Ferrothorn, the roll for O-Killing the Ferrothorn and 2-killing the Quagsire is the exact same if I was running 228 versus 252, which is fantastic. It's a bunch of, it's like what, 30 EVs almost that I'll just take for free. I will definitely take that, put them into my HP, and be on my merry way. Aqua Jet is there for the Dragapult to kind of pick that off. Life Orb Aqua Jet should do like 30% to it. It is stab, and it is coming off Pokemon with 130 base attack with a Life Orb, so we do have that going for us, and it's there for the Charizard as well. That thing does get out of hand. Charizard is a scary mon. It's a scary mon, but close combat is going to be what we're seeing most. Drain Punch, maybe for a little bit of recovery, if the, and only if, honestly, if the Ferrothorn is in range of the Drain Punch, and if I find out like he's leftovers or something, I just go ahead and click Drain Punch, get all the health back, and I'm good to go. And yeah, that's our set. It's very strong this week. I'm hoping that I can put in a lot of work, because if it doesn't do work, we probably won't win. And I do have to mention, I forgot to say this, but I am naming all of my Pokemon after the members of the Milwaukee Bucks. Reason for that is Steve is a huge Milwaukee Bucks fan. You guys can see he's the coach of the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. Because of that, I am naming my Urshifu Giannis, and it's going to be just a breaker, the best mon on our team, going to be really strong, the MVP. We'll see what we can do with it. It's just killing everything, and we're going to continue that with this week. Moving on, we have our next mon, which is going to be Chris Middleton, the Cinderace, Pyro Ball, Sucker Punch, U-Turn, and Court Change. Court Change is really, you know, it's ironic we're running Court Change for the first time in a week where I'm naming Pokemon after basketball players on a basketball court. Haha. But we're also running a Life Orb on this set. You know, last week we had Choice Band Urshifu and Choice Band Cinderace. Now we're running Life Orb on both of them. I have to run Life Orb on both because I honestly can't allow him to just bring something in and set it for free. I want to be able to kind of force him to think, okay, does he have Sucker Punch? Can he go for it now? I do have Sucker Punch. Okay, can he U-Turn now? I can do that. Pyro Ball in the meantime will be doing a ton of damage. If we match again to Blaze, oh, forget about it. Blaze, Life Orb, 116 attack, 120 base power move. Come on, it's going to be nuking things. Our speed's from Manectric and the Zoroark, and basically that means anything that's not Scarfed or the Dragapult we outspeed, which is huge, and honestly, there really isn't too much to say about it. I have a good amount of HP investment. It's not really going to help me too much. Ideally, if I keep this thing healthy, we're in a good spot. We have 169 in our HP stat, which means we should be able to take a good chunk of hits from Life Orb. I believe that is a Life Orb number, but again, we'll see. I'm not too great with the Life Orb numbers and the calcs there, but at the end of the day, this Pokemon is my, I don't want to say win con, but it is my primary breaker, because as long as I keep it healthy, keep it around, and just don't sack it unnecessarily, it's going to just demolish his entire team. As soon as he brings in the Ferrothorn, if the Quagsire is weakened, Pyro Ball, Pyro Ball, Pyro Ball, things are going to die. Our next mon, number 3, is going to be our Mamoswine. It is the first 3 members of our powerhouse offensive core. 2 mons with 130 base attack, a mon with 116 base attack with a 120 base power move. That is these 3, it's the Goon Squad. And we are running Earthquake, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, and Freeze Dry with the Choice Scarf. This will allow us to outspeed the Dragapult with our Scarf, and we also have special attack on the set to always 2-KO any Quagsire with Freeze Dry, unless it is running the Yachi Berry, and the rest I just put into my attack. I would like to have a bit more investment into my HP and defense, that I can take some hits from the Charizard a bit better, because we are running the Thick Bad ability, but, you know, I really felt like having Freeze Dry to KO the Quagsire just in case it was a especially defensive set for some reason, and he decided to go with more physically defensive Weezing with, like, Will-O-Wisp or something like that, then this would be a really good answer to that. We'll see. If it's more of a late game thing that I'll click Freeze Dry, or maybe I'll click Freeze Dry as he goes into Quagsire. He's like, oh my god, I can't take 2 of these, I can't just recover stall, or else I'm going to get frozen, and I pull a double into something else, and I just destroy it. That's that. Our next mon is going to be our Vullaby here, making its season debut. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Mamoswine is named Brooke Lopez. We then have our Vullaby here. Vullaby is, I forget what Vullaby I named. I think I named it Dante, after Dante DiVincenzo, who is one of my favorite players on the Bucks. I named it Eric, after Eric Bledsoe, so excuse me for that. But this set is really important for us, even though it is his first time coming to a game this season. We're running Knockoff, U-Turn, Heat Wave, and Roost. With this spread, we'll be pretty slower than everything, honestly, or most things rather. We'll get a slow U-Turn off, which is huge, allowing us to gain extra momentum. Heat Wave is there to do extra damage to the Ferrothorn, Knockoff is there to do more damage to the Dragapult, get rid of items, U-Turn for momentum, Roost for longevity, Eviolite for, I guess, maximizing our bulk as a whole. With our investment in our special defense, we actually take a modest Spec Draco Meteor from the Dragapult after Stealth Rocks, which is absolutely important. Make sure we take that hit, then we can honestly, he'll be at -2, if he specs, be at -4 as he KOs us, and then I can go into something else and just nuke it. We also take with our defense investments, take a +1 adamant Dragon Darts after Stealth Rocks from the Dragapult. That's if it's not running a Life Orb or anything. If it is running a Life Orb, we cannot take it after Rocks. There's really not much that I can do about that. It's got 120 base attack, very, very strong Pokemon. Can't really deal with that too well, but this is our Vullaby. It is a ground immunity, which is very nice, and honestly, being specially defensive, it really helps out a lot with the Charizard. If he's not in the sun, and honestly, shout out to Grank, he gave me a mock, but he brought a Weezing with Sunny Day, and he had Solar Power Charizard, and that thing had Weather Ball, and it just destroys. It's so strong, so we gotta be really careful about that, but at the end of the day, I definitely feel like Vullaby can get the job done for us. It's a very strong Pokemon, and I'm hoping, or very defensive Pokemon, that can take a lot of hits, and I'm hoping that it can really provide, or really be a really good pivot for us this week. Our next mon is our Charizard here with Heavy Slam, Power Whip, Heat Crash, and Rock Slide. I'm running the Heavy Metal this week. That way I guarantee get off 120 power Heavy Slam and Heat Crash against anything on my opponent's team. Literally the only reason I have Rock Slide on the set is because of the Charizard. That thing is very scary, very threatening for my team to deal with in case I want to catch it on a switch. Heat Crash is there for the Ferrothorn, for the Lucario. Heavy Slam is there for something like the Dragapult, the Sylveon, you know, basically all those, I guess, normal things. And then Power Whip is solely there for the Quagsire. With our investment in attack, we always KO a max defense, max HP Quagsire with the Power Whip, and we have speed for a no speed Quagsire. So in case he's running just max HP, max defense, no investment, boom, now we KO it. And that's important because I can't bank on him running a relaxed nature or a sassy nature. I have to make sure that he runs whatever it is. I can outspeed, Power Whip, get the KO, and I'm good to go. With our defense investment and the Chople Berry, we actually take a Life Orb Adamant Close Combat from the Lucario after Stealth Rock, and with our special defense and HP investment, we also take a modest Specs Fire Blast from the Dragapult after Rocks. And we can fire back Heavy Slams, nuke them, and again, if he specs into Fire Blast, fantastic. I go straight into my Urshifu, click Surging Strikes, or Aqua Jet, go into Cinderace, attack, I'm good to go. Both of those mons resist the Fire Blast, or I can go into my Mamoswine, go ahead and go for either an Ice Shard if it's late in the game, and I need the priority to pick them off, or I can go for an Icicle Crash or something like that. So it's a very strong set, very important for us to keep this thing healthy and around. Honestly, there's so many ways I could have gone with this. Could have gone a Salt Vest, could have gone with an Aqua Berry, could have gone with a couple other routes, but I feel like this was the best one to be the best lure for two different Pokemon, and then just fire back enough damage to just destroy them. So ideally, he thinks, okay, it's the Charizard versus Lucario. Matt's going to switch out, going to something like the Vullaby. I'm going to set up a Swords Dance, and I go for a Heat Crash, and I destroy it. That is the ideal situation. Yeah, honestly, that thing is so scary, so we really got to be careful around it. But that is our Charizard, and then our final mon on the team is going to be, oh, and again, Charizard is going to be Robin. We have Brooke Lopez and Robin Lopez. We have two, like, mammoths with tusks. I thought it worked out pretty well. Moving on, our final mon is going to be our Emolga, and this is Dante DiVincenzo, the Emolga. We are running Nuzzle, Energy Ball, U-Turn, and Roost with the heavy-duty boots. We have Static this week to try and get the best amount of opportunities to paralyze things. Mostly like the Dragapult if it's U-turning, the Lucario if it's close combating, whatever the case may be. I have this in the back. Nuzzle's there to paralyze everything. That is the plan. Paralyze everything, have my Cinderace and my Urshifu clean house with that, and we can do tons of work. Our bulk is so that we can always make sure that a Jolly Life Orb Ice Punch from Lucario will never OHKO us from full. We have the heavy-duty boots to make sure rocks are not an option for us, not a factor for us, which is nice. U-turn for momentum. Energy Ball with our investment in special attack always 2 KOs a max specially defensive Quagsire. So any Quagsire that wants to come in, unless it's Rindo Berry, we will 2 KO it no matter what. And with our special defense, this actually gives us the best opportunity to live a Draco Meteor from a non-boosted Dragapult. So if he's like leftovers or something, or if he's, I don't know, Hex or Spell Tag with Hex and Shadow Ball, will actually take the Draco Meteor. It's the best opportunity I have. It's like, I think 107 is the max roll, and then like 91 is the minimum roll. So we definitely have a really good shot at taking that, but at the end of the day, not really my primary switch in. That's the Vullaby. It's just more of a backup if I absolutely need something to take a hit, or if I'm sacking it, I can go into this thing. Maybe he goes for U-turn, gets static, and I'm in a really happy spot. And yeah, the speed here is for Lucario. So that is our team, longer team builder. I know usually I don't go this in depth, but I really feel like this matchup is very scary for me to deal with. I'm hoping that we can get the job done here. I need to go get connected with Steve, and we're going to have a really fantastic battle for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys do enjoy the team builder, of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still recording this before I hit 800 subscribers. So if you guys have not already and you guys like fun, informative Pokemon content, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. And I'll see you guys in a second with the battle. All right, everyone, we are back. Taking a look at the team that he brought. He brought the Charizard, which I was very scared of. He brought the Ferrothorn, the Weezing. He brought the Lucario. No Zoroark. I gotta replace that. That's my mistake. Oops. I think I took the Sylveon that I wanted to take. Let's see. Where is the Sylveon? Where are you? Sylveon. Oh, you're right there. Okay. So yeah, he brings the Sylveon. the Ferrothorn, Charizard, Weezing, Lucario, and Dragapult. Looking at this, I kind of want to lead with my Emolga. What would he lead with here? What would he lead with here? Maybe Weezing. I think honestly leading with this guy is my best bet with my Mamoswine here. What would he lead with? Maybe Dragapult? I don't know. I think I'll do this. If he leads off with Dragapult, I'll just go hard into my Emolga. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Oh man, I'm worried. Cinderace is really good. If I get a good lead matchup here, I'm in a phenomenal spot. So we'll see what he wants to do. The Charizard is definitely very scary. Probably the scariest Mon. Well, no. Lucario scariest Mon. Then it's like tied between Charizard and Dragapult. They're both very terrifying for me to deal with. All right, have fun to Steve. Weezing is his lead. Okay, that's fine with me. As he's going to see, we're going to lead with Chris. And this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay, if I lead off with my... Now, he definitely could go for a Toxic Spike. So, okay, so he didn't... Neutralizing Gas did not appear, which is good to know. So, Cinderace, and if I go to Weezing, if I see Specially Defensive, or Physically Defensive, excuse me. So, he's max HP, max defense with a Bold Nature. We do Guarantee Half. And that's fantastic. So, looking at his team, he doesn't have an answer to Fire types, really. So, I'm going to Pyro Ball here. So, we'll see what he wants to do here. We're going to do half to him. As we fire off the Pyro Ball, we connect our first one. Amazing. He's going to see our Life Orb now, and we're going to do a huge chunk of damage to him. Oh my god. Oh, that's 160 HP. Damn it. Sludge Bomb. Okay. That's fine. One more will put us in Blaze. I don't know if he wants to really... I don't know if he wants to get this thing weakened. I'm going to fire off a U-turn here, and we'll see what he wants to do. If he attacks me... If he goes for... I guess, if he stays in, I'm going to go into my Copperajah, I think, as he does do that. Okay. Yeah, do I think Copperajah is my best bet here? Okay. Okay. I'm going to go... I think Sludge Bomb's coming out. I'd like to go into this guy here. I don't think it's my best bet. I think I want to keep this Pokemon healthy. Let's go into Emolga here. I can fire off a Nuzzle. He did not bring a ground type, so I can Nuzzle absolutely everything on his team. As he Sludge Bombs me again. Okay, I'm fine with that. How much is it going to do to me? 157. Wow, that did a big chunk. That did a big chunk. Let's go for a Roost here. We'll see what he wants to do to me. As he doubles out, what is he going to go into? He goes into Sylveon here. Okay. Emolga against Sylveon. If he's got no investment, he will do, let's see, 50, level 50. Wow, Hyper Voice says 59 to 69%. I can't afford to stay in here, so I'm going to fire off a U-turn. And the thing is, I kind of have to go into my Copperajah here. I don't really have any other option. Yeah, I don't think I have any other option here. We'll see what he wants to do. If he goes for a Calm Mind and he's an offensive set, he'd probably KO me with Mystical Fire. But I need to go Copperajah. Copperajah. He just goes for Mystical Fire. Yeah, good play on his part. Okay, that doesn't 2 kill me. That's fine. He's got no investment for sure. Mystical Fire. Yeah, if he's got no investment, does 28 to 33, 74% max. He did, what's 50, 68%, 68 points of health. So that's probably that's no investment. Okay. Play here. Decide Heavy Slam or Rock Slide. Heavy Slam or Rock Slide. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide here. I'm going to predict the Charizard to come in. I'm going to make the play. As he swaps out, what does he go into? Weezing. You know, this was the other potential play. Which is fine. We do pretty good damage to that thing. That's not bad. I'm pretty confident he's max HP, max defense. So Weezing defensive at level 50 with max HP. And if I go to Copperajah, You're already here. Heavy Slime does 35 to 42. I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Heavy Slime here. Getting rid of this is good. It's going to help with my Cinderace in the back. So I don't see any reason for me not to. Yeah. Flamethrower. We'll take this. Yeah, nice. And we fire off a Heavy Slam. Amazing. Thank God we did not get burned, because if we did get burned, we probably did not KO this thing, as we do get the KO. So Copperajah picks up its first KO of the match. And we get rid of the Weezing, which is huge. Unfortunately, he has a Charizard in the back. Charizard or Lucario, both of them can do things. We'll see what he wants to do. And my switch-ins to Fairy type attacks are now extremely limited, considering that my all my answers are pretty much weakened, which is very unfortunate. Yeah. If I can weaken the Ferrothorn, I'll be in a really good spot with my Mamoswine. That way I can just kind of click Icicle Crash. We'll see. We'll see how it is. He's got a couple different opportunities, and he goes into Charizard here, which I'm fine with. I'm going to go for my Rock Slide. I really can't allow this thing to do any damage to anything else, so I'm just going to fire that off. If he goes for like a Dragon Dance or something, that's a problem. We'll see what he wants to do. Flamethrower, yeah. So Flamethrower's going to get the KO on us. We're going to lose our Copperajah. Is he Life Orb? Does he reveal Life Orb? He does not. Okay. So if I go to Charizard, if he's offensive, let's say he's Specs. Specs at level 50 against my Urshifu. Flamethrower is going to do nothing to me. Now let's move this to none, and let's see if he's heavy duty boots, and if he goes for Air Slash. Air Slash has a chance to kill me. That's nuts. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to go into this guy here. Like, I know this thing is absolutely terrifying. We'll see if he's Manual Sun. If he's Manual Sun, that's terrifying for me. I really don't have a way to beat that thing. The fact that he's probably going to be Boots, if anything. Yeah, because I just can't afford him to get a certain, like, go for, I just can't afford that. I press knockoff by accident. I really have to remove the triggers, because I press the triggers way too often. I think knockoff would be my play anyways. It was either that or U-turn. But we'll see, we'll see. If I go to my Vullaby, and he is Choice Specs. Flamethrower will do not enough to kill me if he's timid. If he's modest, it'll do enough, but at that point I'll know that he's modest and I can always outspeed it with Urshifu. And the more things I can outspeed with Urshifu, the better, honestly. But yeah, the fact that he's still missing, he's got one ground resist left, or ground immunity, excuse me. If I can just keep firing off Earthquakes with my Choice Scarf Mamoswine. Even the ice moves, they all go crazy. Ancient Power. Okay. Not too much. No boost, thankfully. And we're going to get rid of a Heavy Duty Boots. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I'm Charizard's scary. It's very scary. It's his first time bringing it. From my understanding, he actually dropped it dropped Zatu last week for this. I think I mentioned that in my team builder. We're having a bit of lag here. And I'm going to Roost up. We'll see what he wants to do to me. We'll take any 2 hits, but with the fact that he has Ancient Power means he probably doesn't have... I don't think he has any day. What does he have, though? I should get rid of Copperajah. I forgot that thing went down. Copperajah, where are you? You're gone. Ancient Powers again. If he has the boost, I might just lose, by the way. I'm just saying. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, we're back at pretty good health here. That's good. I think I'm really just going to go for a U-turn. With the health that it's at, I'm Life Orb with Urshifu. Aquajet is 71 to 86 if you got almost no investment. You know, with the U-turn, we should be able to get the KO with Aquajet. And if he goes into the Ferrothorn, at least I'll know. If it's, 1, is he Rocky Helmet? 2, is he leftovers. If he's leftovers, we'll KO with a close combat, which is nice. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is we're as bad of a spot I feel like we're in. We're not in as bad of one. I feel like I am kind of overstating it a bit. I'm worried because Steve's team, like, Air Slash. Okay, he's going for a flinch. He gets it. Now we have to Roost. Is he gonna get a second one? Or a boost, which is even worse. But he's revealed 3 of his 4 moves. You know, getting that flinch was big there because Air Slash did less than an Ancient Power did, I believe. Air Slash, I think, 70 power, 80 power. Ancient Power comes out again. Good lord. Thank God no boost again. Getting nervous about those. Getting really nervous about those. Wow, Air Slash does a good chunk. Flamethrower does more. So I don't know why he's not going for Flamethrower. But let's U-turn out here. We'll be at over half. As he Air Slashes me again. He misses. I will take that. You got the flinch. You missed this one, I'll take it. I will definitely take it. And I'm going hard into Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Urshifu, and I'm hoping he's appreciating these names. I did it for you, man. All right. So, yeah, but I'm going to go for an Aqua Jet here. I think that is my play. And then I fire off a close combat if I see he is Rocky Helmet or something like that on his Ferrothorn. Because I can't afford him to KO me with Air Slash. I just can't. So Aqua Jet's going to come out here. What are you going to do, Steve? What are you going to do? He swaps out. Understandable. Ferrothorn. Yeah. Jet comes out. We do a small chunk of damage to him. We take our Iron Barbs. We take Life Orb. And he's leftovers. Okay. Ferrothorn. He's not at max. He's not back at full. Okay, so yeah. I gotta go for the close combat here. I have to go for it. I have to go for it. We're gonna take another, what is that, 20% plus? 25% almost? But I have to go for it. It doubles out. Fine with me. Does he go into Dragapult here? Nice play. Very nice play, very nice play. And it sucks because my answer to this thing is really weak. Well, actually, we should be fine here. If he goes for Specs Draco, that's going to hurt, but we do have enough HP. There's no rock spawn on our side of the field, so we should be fine there. It's such a tough matchup. Oh my god. It's a tough matchup. I gotta start paralyzing things, that's for sure, as he U-turns. You know, if I just stayed in close combated. Because now he's going to go into the Sylveon and he's going to free anything. Man. He's playing well. I just don't think I had the opportunity this game. I really don't like my matchup in this battle. He goes back into Charizard. Okay. I'm just going to fire off a Roost here. We'll see what he wants to do. He's going to try and get more Ancient Power boost. I believe he's used 3 or 4 now. Probably 3. Yeah. I don't know why this was his play of choice unless he doesn't have the Mystical Fire or the Hyper Voice on the Sylveon. I'm very interested. He's got Roost. So Roost is his last move. So he wants to make sure he's out of range. Okay. That's fair. That's fine. How much HP is my Emolga at? Let's see. How much HP is Emolga at? I don't know why it's lagging a little bit, which kind of sucks. Emolga is at full. Okay. So I'm going to go for a U-turn. I'm going to go into Emolga, and I'm going to try and get a Nuzzle off. I want to start paralyzing everything. So why not? As he doubles out, fine with me. What's he going to go into? Sylveon. Okay. Does nothing. Cleric, level 50. And if I go to Cinderace, how much is Cinderace doing this thing? Not enough. We are taking the hit. We are taking the hit. So I think I'm going to go into the Cinderace here. Because I just can't afford to have my Emolga take hits. It's just not going to take them. He might think I have Gunk Shot. That's definitely a possibility, but I'm just going to Pyro Ball here. I'm getting closer and closer to Blaze range. Once I get to Blaze range, it's just hitting things like a truck. Is he going to expect the Pyro Ball, or is he going to expect the Gunk Shot? Because Gunk Shot is definitely a possibility on this set. I feel like a good middle ground would be the Dragapult. It resists both. There's the Charizard as well. I don't know how much damage he wants to take on the Charizard. So we'll see. We shall see. All of our games so far for BBR have been very close. Like all 2-0s, 1-0s, 3-0s. So I feel like we're it's going to be one of those games. It's going to be one of those games. And no Quagsire. I'm so surprised by that. Very surprised by that. Oh, and one of the reasons why I couldn't bring the substitute on my Dragapult, my Urshifu, like I wanted to, the sub sets that I was looking at bringing to set up on Ferrothorn or Quagsire, is because he could potentially be Infiltrator on his Dragapult. I feel like if anything it'll be Clear Body, but just to make sure there's no webs. But we're going to fire off a really strong, we get a crit there for sure, right? Oh no, he's offensive, isn't he? Shadow Ball. This is going to KO me. Unfortunately for me, I don't think we're going to be able to do enough damage here. Actually, no, we are. We do enough. We're 169 HP, I believe it was. That means we only take 16%, 16 points of health from the attack, from the Life Orb. So we'll have 2 hits left in me. Both of them in Blaze. And getting rid of the Sylveon is a huge step for my Emolga. Yeah, 169, we'll be able to get the KO with Power Ball. Come on, baby. Power Ball, it connects again. Okay, so we're going to get a KO on the Sylveon. That's good. That's good news. And we got 1 hit left on Cinderace. Yeah, 16 points of health. That's what I thought. Oh, man. Know how much your Life Orb is going to do to you guys. It's going to be important. You got to make sure you know that. Now, while we do have an advantage on the scoreboard, he can basically bring out any of his priority users and get the KO. We are now in Blaze. So if I go 3 points of health, he was offensive there for sure, which kind of threw me for a loop. Maybe he was Scarf? No, he wasn't Scarf. He was Leftovers. Interesting. Or maybe he was just specially defensive. And he was okay taking that risk of going for the Gunk Shot. I guess I kind of understand why he did. Sylveon looks a little bit expendable. The good news is against Charizard, I kind of want to see this. If I go to Mamoswine against Charizard, I know he's not Specs. Let's see. I know he's got Air Slash, Flamethrower. Flamethrower actually does 55 to 65 to my Mamoswine, and Mamoswine 2 kills with Icicle Crash as well, which is fantastic. The only thing is, I kind of need Cinderace still. Like that's the problem. My team is so funky and so weird in this matchup. Lucario. I'm going to go hard into Emolga here. He probably has Bullet Punch, Mach Punch. I don't think it's Mach Punch, but Vacuum Wave, Extreme Speed. And yeah, I just really need to make sure I can figure out what that is. We will see. We will see what's going to happen here. Go Dante. Dante DiVincenzo. Bullet Punch. Okay, we 4 times resist that hit. Wow, that did a lot. Life Orb. There. No static, but we do outspeed, and I think it's in my best interest to go for a Nuzzle here. It's definitely in my best interest to go for a Nuzzle. We outspeed it. What does he want to do here? The fact that he didn't bring the Dragapult makes me think he doesn't have Sucker Punch on that. Or he doesn't have Substitute because he's worried about... Yeah, if he had Substitute or something on it, he would just go for a sub. It'd protect him against Sucker Punch. And I would kill myself with Life Orb Recoil. He doubles out. What does he go into here? Ferrothorn. So we paralyze this. So we paralyze it. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. This is such a tough decision for me. God. I want to keep this thing around. I think it's important too. If only I was running... Yeah, I'm going to go in. I'm going to make the risk. I'm taking the risk here. Does he go for knockoff? Does he go for stealth rocks? What is his play? Get paralyzed or go for rocks or something. Nice. Okay, we get that. Fantastic. Do I just want a court change here? I think I'm just going to court change. Like, I don't really see a reason for me not to. It's going to protect my Vullaby on entry, which is fantastic. Helps my Mamoswine, and he's going to have to deal with rocks with his Charizard now. As we do core change, it's the first time I'm using this move in the game. Okay, interesting animation. Get paralyzed here. That'd be fantastic. Body press. Okay, so we could have got rid of the Ferrothorn. We could have gotten rid of the Ferrothorn, but rocks are up on his side of the field. So, Cinderace, you are gone. Let's see. How do I want to play this? I think going to Eric is the play. I got the Heat Wave, which is nice. I don't know, maybe the play was going to Urshifu. I honestly think it's a 50-50 either way. Let's Heat Wave. He'll likely go for his own rocks here. Yeah. We're just put into a tough predicament this game. And I really got to just make sure I make the right plays. It's 4-4. If he got paralyzed there, that would have been absolutely huge. We get rid of the Ferrothorn, or we honestly, I think we guaranteed KO something else. If he got paralyzed there, would have been fantastic. I'm mostly running the Nuzzle for the speed control on the Dragapult and the Lucario. But, I mean, if he's just going to let me get the paralysis on everything and potentially get the 50-50s, I'll take it. So he's definitely physically defensive as he gyro balls me. That's going to do nothing. I'm relaxed. That's fine with me. I definitely think he's going to go and switch out. I think he kind of wants to keep this thing healthy. Yeah. I think he keeps this thing healthy and goes into Charizard again. So I'll U-turn. That'll allow me to get into my Mamoswine for free, honestly. And we're getting super close to a Mamoswine endgame. We're getting really close to that endgame that I want. But he's running Bullet Punch from Lucario. That is something to know. How much does Bullet Punch from Lucario do? Lucario... Say he's Jolly or Naive or something, and if I go to Mamoswine, Bullet Punch. Nope, that's Bulldoze. I want Bullet Punch. Wow, 51 to 63%. Life Orb Jolly. He stays in. All right. That's kind of unfortunate. We're at just about half. What do I go into here? I think he goes for rocks, if I'm being honest. And I think he's physically defensive. Do I need the HP on Giannis? I don't think I do. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, we are back. Holy shit. We had to recreate this. We are on Showdown now, and even on Showdown, we ended up spending like 20 minutes plus just recreating. So we're at the turn where I go for a U-turn. He has more HP on his Ferrothorn than he did before, which sucks. I have a little bit more on my Vullaby. At this point, I went into my Urshifu here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's what I want to do. And let's see what he ended up going for here. He goes for his own rocks, which I'm fine with, I think. And I'm going to go for close combat, and we'll see what he wants to do here. As we manage to get the KO on the Ferrothorn, which is fantastic. So I'll definitely take that. There is a Dragapult in the back, which is very scary, and my check in the Vullaby is not a check at all anymore. Yikes. But, we are in a much better spot. Yeah, we're in a much better spot than before. Let's see. His Charizard definitely has speed for my Emolga, and that sucks. I think he's going to get the KO. I think he's going to win this game pretty easily, too. What do I sack? What are my sacks here? I think my sack is the Vullaby, and then I go for an Icicle Crash. A Scarf Icicle Crash. Yeah, I'm going to sack off my Vullaby here. So Vullaby's going to take 25%, as he is going to go for Dragon Dart. So he's physical. Okay, that's good to know. So that goes gone. That goes goodbye. Is he Scarf on his Dragapult? We'll see. Icicle Crash. Come on now, Icicle Crash. Please connect. I could really use you connecting. Let me try and get rid of things. Vullaby is now gone, if I can find it, as we... He's Yachi Berry, and he lives. Oh my god. And we punch him. Oh my god. That's so big. That's so big. Oh my god, I will take it. I will take it. Icicle Crash again. That's absolutely huge. Because now he's in... Oh my god, that's enormous. That's incredibly enormous. He goes into Lucario. We land the Icicle Crash. I'm going to go Emolga. What is gone? I need to figure out what's gone. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, Ferrothorn, you're gone. Vullaby, you're gone. Oh my god. Come on, Emolga. Close combat. Get the static. No static. We do have speed, though. He has Bullet Punch, of course. Gonna go for my Nuzzle. Jeez, oh my god. Getting that flinch was massive. Getting that flinch was so big. I'm sorry, Steve. As he E-speeds and gets the KO. Still no static. Come on. Okay, come on, Urshifu. I'm gonna fire off a Drain Punch. Okay, we live that hit. Amazing. We Drain Punch, get back health. And we have enough HP for two attacks. It's coming down to the wire. In comes Dragapult. I jet. Oh, he lives. He disabled me too. We need to kick 2 Icicle Crashes. We connect 1, that's 1, okay. Lucario's gone. Dragapult's gone. And Urshifu's gone, and so is Emolga. It's 1v1. Oh, he disabled me. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. No way. No way. Oh, man. Damn it. Because just by getting that damage off on him, that was the biggest thing. We just needed the damage off on him. Because if... So here's my thought. Oh, damn, that sucks. Here's my thought process. If he doesn't get the disable off on me, first of all, I don't know why he was like curse body. It paid off for him immensely. He should have been clear body for webs. He should have been infiltrator for any subs. Oh my god, he got both. That is so unfortunate. All right, everyone, I'm back. I definitely cut out like my whole outro there because I did want to give some perspective on what just happened. I did definitely play really fast, and I kind of want to explain what went down there. You guys saw crazy end to the game. Flinches, disables, 2 disables, just absolutely nuts. Yeah, so let's jump into it. This is where we picked up on Showdown with the Emolga again, not the Emolga, but the Vullaby against the Ferrothorn. That cannot talk. Ferrothorn versus Emolga. I ended up going for the U-turn here, which is where we disconnected. So the U-turn is going to come out, and I decided to go into my Urshifu here. He makes the decision to go for Stealth Rocks on this turn, which I definitely expected. I was hoping he'd get paralyzed. The Rocks was definitely what I expected there. And I ended up going for my Close Combat here. Close Combat in this range is almost a guarantee chance for me to KO if he's max speed, max defense. We do get the KO, which is fantastic. We take our Life Orb chip and everything. And now he has a free bring into either his Dragapult or his Lucario. He goes into the Dragapult though, and my play is to sack off the Vullaby. Looking at this, if you guys think I should have sacked off something else, let me know. I definitely think the Vullaby is still my play to sack off, so that's what I did. I sacked off the Vullaby here, as he's going to get the KO with the Dragon Darts. Not a problem. We expected that, but I can go freely into my Mamoswine now, which is what, again, that's what I was hoping to do, and at this point, this is where kind of the craziness goes down. Remember, this is what happened in the battle. I know you guys probably are like, why am I just going over this, but Ice Cold Crash my play here, and I get the flinch here. Now, I'm going to pause it because if I don't get the flinch here, let's assume that I don't. He goes for Dragon Darts. If he is a Jolly set, his maximum output is 60%. If he's an admin set, his maximum output is like 65%, around that range, 65, 68%, which means I still have enough HP to come back in on rocks. So we're going to assume that he has enough to come back in on rocks. I still would have outsped. I would have fired off another Ice Cold Crash here as he goes into the Lucario, or he stays in. If he sacked off his Dragapult, he lost. He lost instantly to my Urshifu because I click Drain Punch and Aqua Jet, and I win against the Zard and the Lucario. So I think this was still his play, even then, because if he goes into the Charizard, we still outspeed that. Ice Cold Crash it again, and we're golden. So he's going to go into the same. I'm expecting the Bullet Punch. He made a really good play and went for the Close Combat. After this, once this will speed up a little bit, and I went into my Emolga as he Close Combated, which is fine. He is going to do a ton of damage to us, right? And he's going to get the KO on us with the, I believe it was the Extreme Speed. Unfortunately, we did not get the static off on it. I would have loved to, but it didn't really make much of a difference because, let's just assume again, he breaks through the static, no problem. He goes into the, I go into the Urshifu, excuse me. And this is important because if I go for Surging Strikes here, fine. I think, let's see based on the damage that he had done to me. He had done enough, so, okay. So with the damage here, I would have been put in range of one more hit from my, what is it called, my Life Orb. So if I had gone for Surging Strikes here, which was the better play in my opinion, that was a mistake going for the Drain Punch here, because if he had gone hard into the Dragapult, I lost. There's nothing I could have done there because he had the Lucario still in the back. So my play was to go for the Surging Strikes there. If I do that, I'll end up having 7% left, and I'll be able to make sure that I go for a Aqua Jet on whatever comes in, the Dragapult again, for example, and I will then be able to, I'll die to it. So unless he has like Dragon Dance or something, then I would have been fine. So I go for the Aqua Jet here. He's going to get the KO on me. I would KO myself. He would KO me, or I die to Life Orb regardless. And then we go into the final turn where it's the Mamoswine. And I go for the Ice Cold Crash there. And again, no matter what happens, if there's no Curse Body, and as long as I hit both of them, it's game. I didn't even notice I got disabled in the moment. I was like, I looked down to adjust the sprites there, and I saw that I got hit with the disable. So it definitely played a factor, but I do think there were ways and improvements in my prep that I could have done, and I'm looking forward to playing Steve again. He was super understanding and super like willing to work on this. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this little, I guess, look behind on the game, let me know as well. I just figured why not, since the last few turns were kind of hectic, and because honestly, this was also done a little bit on Showdown as well, but we honestly had a crazy time rebuilding this, but I really appreciate Steve for helping me out, and me helping him out, and just be able to get the job done. He did get the 1-0 win, unfortunately, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoy Pokemon content, competitive Pokemon content, that is fun, exciting, informative, educational, all that kind of stuff, make sure to leave a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel if you have not already. This was a hell of a game, and we got a crazy Week 6 game for you guys next week, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.